Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Enchanted Ways. I am Danielle, and if you are tired of seeing this same fucking background, know that I am tired too. But we moved in this house a little too quick because I wanted to have the kids. I didn't want to transfer them in the middle of the school year, which was a smart fucking decision because these people don't play around over here. And they would have been completely blindsided and unprepared because where we moved from, they were more coddling and spoon feeding, in their teaching approach. No, you need to be responsible over here. You need to be on it. You need to be self-reliant, you know? So I'm glad we didn't do that, but we haven't officially moved in. The house is a complete wreck because there's stuff that still needs, like, major shit that needs to be done. So just know that I'm tired of recording up in this fucking room too. And I really don't know when things are going to be how they need to be. And I don't have like an outdoor space anymore to record. But you win some, you lose some. This house is bigger. The financial situation is better. It's got fucking insulation. The last house I was in did not have insulation. Need I say more? I know y'all heart just skipped a beat just thinking of the damn light bill. Yes, it was a monster. So, you know, this place will be straight once it's together. But it ain't together. So, how that goes. Just trying to hold my peace because of the situation. There's other factors going on. Reason why things are taking so long, I'm not going to get into. But I understand it, so I got to be compassionate and empathetic for now. For now. So, we are going to be talking about Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Okay, the chilling adventures of Sabrina. So, I'm going to be looking over here because I got my notes. But I wanted to do this like really organic. I didn't want to rehearse it, so we gonna see how this go. Okay, so first off, Miranda Otto is my favorite on the show. Now I know a lot of people kind of like got a problem with it, like it's too campy or something. But I've always known, like the one with Melissa Joan Hart, that was on the campy side and corny side. It's lighthearted. It's meant to be lighthearted and fun. Like it's from fucking Archie Comics. How dark and deep it's supposed to get. So this is a complete twist, but it's gotta keep the camp, you know? It's gotta keep some camp. So she's just my ultimate favorite. Like she embodies camp so well. It's so fucking fantastic. So I don't feel like it's meant to be taken seriously. I don't think it's meant for you to take notes and put shit in your grimoire. Yeah, they putting some little stuff out there that's actually, legit. Like the herbs and shit she gave her, talking about drink. Now, I wouldn't drink that. But the herbs were fine. You know what, these damn kids. Hold on. I told them be quiet. I ain't gonna say nothing else. You just snatch this wig off and go to war. Now, see, got me messing up my angles. I was nice and comfortable. Let's see. Okay, so how it starts off, they're at the movies, they leave the movies, they run into their teacher who's played by Miranda Otto, and they invite her to have, a little after movie chit chat. She declines, goes on to, when she's going, and like this girl pops out of nowhere in the middle of the road talking about help me, help me. Now, what's her name? Miss Wardwell. The way she was acting, I just knew she was going to do something to the girl. But it ended up being the girl who was like, what I'm guessing is we haven't actually seen Lilith, like true form. And so, like, she didn't snatch the girl, and that's not truly Lilith's. Oh, I'm whatchamacallit, spoiler. Listen, if you ain't seen the shit, understand that this is um we're enjoying it again over here. I've already watched it. This isn't my first time, so this ain't gonna be so spoiler alert, fuck it. I'm gonna slip up from time to time and say some stuff that's coming later on. I mean, I kind of picked up on it. I didn't know she was fucking Lilith. Who didn't know she was Lilith? But I'm gonna try not to. So basically, the girl is possessed by something. She's not what she appears to be, and she finds out that Miss Woodwell works at the school where Sabrina goes to. It's like opportunity. She ends up killing her and becoming her, takes on her form, and that's that. So I'm just going off of my notes because some shit like is filler. Sabrina wants to pick a familiar. Wait a minute. Who cares about that, honestly? Let's move on. I did want to mention this. Her calling the Demonomicon to me is like a wink at the Necronomicon, which is, H.P. Lovecraft's. It's a fictional grimoire that's mentioned throughout H.P. Lovecraft's books or stories and things. Okay, so Sabrina goes in the woods to get a familiar. She doesn't want to pick one out of the book, so she wants to actually conjure a familiar. While she's there, these three girls that she calls the Weird Sisters shows up and curse her. And I like her reaction to it. It's so funny. It's like, you're cursing me. Like, I can't believe this shit. Are you serious? She thinks she washed some shit off in the damn shower at school. She didn't. Comes home and her aunt held is like, cracked his egg open, shit bloody. I forgot what that's actually called when you divine with eggs, but I believe you crack it into the water and then see the shapes, and that's how you divine. Like, I mean, it's real bad news. You crack open an egg and the shit is completely bloody. So Susie is assaulted by some football players, and the principal's reaction to it is so assholish. Like, maybe she need to go to another school. Like, first of all, this sexual assault. Ain't that sexual assault? When you pull somebody's fucking shirt up trying to see their breasts? Is that the proper legal? It's at the very least it's assault. And he just, who cares? She need to go to another school if she don't like it here. They should have killed him. But he gets his in the end, so it's okay. They ended up, her and Ambrose, Sabrina's like, okay, you know what? We gonna get him. Because we need to start this club for protecting the girls and everything, in a safe space for the girls at this school, to come together and have each other's back. And the principal never takes a day off, so he's not going to approve the shit. So her and Ambrose get together and fuck with him a bit because he's afraid of spiders. So before that, though, she's in her little salt bath to cleanse this curse off of her. And she, I don't know whether you want to call it having a vision, astral traveling. She does something. And she's in the woods, in the tub. She gets out of the tub in the middle of the woods, and she sees her parents holding her as an infant. And they go place her on the altar, and we see it looks like they're identical twins, but one is a full baby and one is half goat. Half Dark Lord. So, that shocks her. She wakes up and then realizes, oh, I'm supposed to be meeting Ambrose and doing this shit. And so that happens. Let's see. Okay, so after she's done with Ambrose, she goes to her room, and she sees the window is open and it's claw marks on the windowsill, and she's like, what fresh hell is this? And you know this creepy little looking thing is like, Sabrina, you called me in the woods and I came. And then it turns into the cat, and it's her familiar. So I felt that was kind of like really interesting. Like, sometimes as a witch, you're going to come up on stuff that you ain't prepared to see, even if it's beneficial. Like, some things hide behind horror. The smile is hidden within the horror. You have to be fearless, and then you get to the benefits on the other side. Like, it's really not, you know, meant to hurt you. It's meant for you to be prepared for it. So if you're scared of it, you're not ready. So I kind of like got that from that, and it was like, oh, this thing, look at it. But it was her familiar, you know? Should be like that sometime. So I was disappointed, by the way, and I'm sure I wasn't the only one. I was hoping Salem would be able to talk like Salem from Melissa Joan Hart's Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I loved him. I know I'm not the only one that loved that cat. He was so funny to me. But, they trying to be serious, but not too serious. So I don't know. Maybe he'll talk one day, because I believe Salem's backstory in Melissa Joan Hart was that he was an actual person first. So maybe they won't even go there, since this is like is not supposed to be human. Her familiar isn't supposed to be human. So maybe they won't even go there with that. So never mind. Salem named himself, by the way. So Sabrina is questioning everything. And she don't get why she got to leave all of her friends behind, and her boyfriend, and why she can't have no contact with the mortal world. Her daddy did it, why can't she do it? Whoop whoop whoop. I don't like this about being a witch. And so at the very end, we see they get Father Blackwood to come, who's like Satan's representative on earth. That's his right hand man. And he's there to answer all of her questions and tell her whatever she needs to hear to sign that damn book. So before that, though, Ambrose tells her, go get a malum malice. Go find the oldest apple tree you can find. Bite into the malum malice and see, whether you should choose the path of night or the path of light. She ends up biting into the apple, and then she sees she has blood on her hands. I'm wondering if that's a wink to, what actually happens later on. Or it's just because the apple turned into some old nasty looking thing. Excuse me. And she sees like witches floating and hanging around this tree, and it looks very apocalyptic, and the Dark Lord comes out, and she gets scared and spits the apple out, and she comes back to reality. So yeah. And then when she comes home from her little apple picking excursion, then she comes home to see that Father Blackwood is there to assuage, I believe is the word, her fears and apprehensions. So that's my recap, my thoughts, my reviews. Stay tuned for more. I'm going to do it once a week, but my time is running out. 14:35. Okay. Bye, y'all.